Welcome to Market Moves ETX. This podcast is hosted by David McAtee, a real estate agent with Realty One Group Rose in Tyler, Texas. Each episode is created for East Texans who want a clearer understanding of the local real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, investing, or simply staying informed, you'll get straightforward insights, local context, and practical guidance without pressure or hype. Let's get started.
A lot of people dream about owning lakefront property in East Texas because they picture quiet mornings, family cookouts, fishing off the dock, and a slower pace of life. The truth is, some of those properties really are special, but there are things buyers need to understand before they jump into a deal. What's the truth about lakefront property in East Texas? The truth is that buying a lake house is different from buying a regular home in Tyler or most neighborhoods around Smith County. You're not just buying a structure and a piece of land, because you're also buying into maintenance, water conditions, access issues, and long-term lifestyle decisions. I think one mistake people make is they fall in love with the view before they understand the property itself. A beautiful sunset over the water can make people ignore foundation issues, flood risks, shoreline erosion, or expensive upkeep that shows up later. That's where slowing down matters. In East Texas, you've got buyers looking around places like Lake Palestine, Lake Tyler, Lake Fork, and other waterfront areas because they want that connection to the outdoors. I understand it because I grew up spending summers around Lake Corpus Christi at my grandparents' marina, and some of my best memories came from being around water, cookouts, and community. That lifestyle pulls people in emotionally, and honestly, I think that's a good thing. Real estate is emotional because homes are tied to memories, family, and how you want your life to feel. But emotions still need to be balanced with practical thinking. One question I hear a lot is this: what should I look at first before buying lakefront property in East Texas? My answer is always the same, and it starts with the land and the water before the house itself. You need to understand flood zones, insurance requirements, drainage, dock permits, and whether the shoreline changes during different seasons. Some properties look completely different when water levels drop, and buyers are sometimes surprised when they realize their beautiful water view in spring looks different during dry months. Another thing buyers need to understand is maintenance. Lakefront homes in East Texas often deal with more moisture, more exterior wear, more insects, and more long-term upkeep than homes inside Tyler neighborhoods or standard subdivisions. That doesn't mean it's a bad investment. It just means you need to walk into it with clear expectations instead of fantasy expectations. I'd rather lose a deal than help someone buy a property they're going to regret 6 months later. That service mindset matters to me because I don't believe in blowing smoke at people. I've said many times that I serve, I don't sell, and that becomes even more important with higher-end or lifestyle-driven properties where emotions can take over fast. Another thing buyers should think about is accessibility and daily living. Some lakefront properties across East Texas feel peaceful because they're isolated, but isolation can also mean longer drives, fewer nearby services, and internet or utility limitations that people don't think about until after closing. Somebody works remotely, that conversation becomes important right away. You'd be surprised how many buyers fall in love with a lakefront home and forget to check practical things like reliable internet speeds or emergency service access. I also think buyers need to pay attention to resale value and future marketability. Just because you personally love a unique property doesn't automatically mean future buyers will feel the same way when it's time to sell. That's where working with an experienced East Texas real estate agent matters. The market doesn't care what we need emotionally because it responds to value, condition, location, and buyer demand. Sometimes the truth is uncomfortable, but it still matters. There's no crystal ball in real estate, especially with specialty properties like waterfront homes. Interest rates change, inventory changes, and buyer behavior changes, so the best thing you can do is make a smart, informed decision based on today's reality. At the end of the day, lakefront property in East Texas can be one of the best lifestyle purchases somebody ever makes. It can create memories for kids, grandkids, family gatherings, and quiet moments that really matter in life. But I believe the best decisions happen when people slow down, ask honest questions, and work with somebody willing to tell them the truth instead of just chasing a commission. That's the difference between being sold something and being served properly.
Thanks for listening to Market Moves ETX podcast. For more local real estate insights and written articles, visit marketmovesetx.com. If you'd like to connect directly, you can reach David at 903-437-7126. That's 903-437-7126. Market Moves ETX podcast is hosted by David McAtee with Realty One Group Rose in Tyler, Texas. We'll see you in the next episode.